Maelstrom Strike has been reworked with the latest patch. Before it was only slightly stronger than Power Stomp and had a very long cooldown, so it wasn't very good. The new version is a lot better. Here we can see that my Power Stomp is dealing 20.8k damage. Now here's Maelstrom Strike. It deals 15k damage twice. The difference between 20.8k and 30k is pretty big in itself, but the fact that it does 2 separate hits is what makes it really amazing. This means that it has 2 chances to trigger Water Bomb for each mob that it hits, doubling our Water Bomb damage. I'm going to level with this skill for 1 hour to see how much experience I get. But first I'm going to have to consider whether I'm going to use my full strength stat page or my tank page, and if I should use my champion's accessories or a defender set. The choice for the stat page is easily made. I go with the tank page. Water Bomb gains an equal amount of damage from all attributes, meaning that it does not matter for its damage whether I'm full strength or full stamina. Strength does increase the damage of Maelstrom Strike itself of course, but by far the most of my damage will come from Water Bomb. So I prefer being able to tank a lot more over the small damage increase I would gain from my strength page. I do a small comparison to check how much my champion set is contributing to my damage. I hit him up and see that Water Bomb deals 14k damage. I then unequip my champion Demo earrings, which also disables the set effect. My damage drops to 10.2k. This is a very big difference, so I'm going with the champion set. I'm now going to start my hour of leveling. All details about my setup will appear on the screen.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in the shade. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in the way.
Alright, so I ended up making 10.5% experience this hour. That is not bad. It is comparable to what most 1v1 Templars are getting. My setup is very good for AoEing. My Abyss is amazing for AoE, and I'm using the level 180 tank set with Redux. However, there's also room for improvement. I have no attack cards on my suit, as this was an experiment, and I mainly use the suit for dungeon tanking. I also have critical damage cards in my Abyss, which do nothing for AoEing. In this new expansion there's also a new stat, Action Speed. Action Speed increases the speed at which we use our skills, comparable to how mages have cast speed, but this is not available to us yet. It's only on 2 pieces of gear that we can equip, the Celestial Edge and the Hell's Gate. The Celestial Edge is the new ultimate tank two-handed sword, but since it doesn't have water bomb on it, it's just not good for dealing AoE damage. Even with a maximum action speed and a 25% Maelstrom Strike awakening, it won't come close to the damage that an Abyss or a Leviathan can do. Hell's Gate is a shield, but Maelstrom Strike can only be used with two-handed weapons at the moment. It's currently not certain if this is a bug or if this is intended. If this is a bug and the skill does become usable with one-handed weapons, then using a Hell's Gate with a Coral Cutlass or Nautilus will be our highest AoE DPS option. I also haven't unlocked the big jump skill yet, Execution of Justice, which should improve the speed at which I can gather monsters. The speed at which we gather monsters is what holds AoE Templars back compared to the other classes. It is good to see that these changes to Maelstrom Strike have made AoE leveling a viable alternative to 1v1 grinding again.